Good afternoon and welcome to the channel. I'm Heath and I'm over at the View Apartments with
Keith,
Brian.
Heath, you used to live here. You should know it's View, the good View D, not Voo.
That one. View D. I'm at the View Apartments. I've been over here anyway making a video with Brian, but while I'm over here, I want to answer a question that a lot of people ask me. They feel that, oh, maybe at 65 or 70, I'm too old to go and live in Thailand. So, Brian, I hope you don't mind me asking how old you are.
I'm 78.
78.
That car just went by. I'm 78 years old and I've been here more or less 26 years.
Okay. But you're about staying fit as you get older and when you live here as an older person. You're a little bit different because you've lived a life of fitness. You've always been into keep fit. So some people that haven't been into fitness all their life, what do you feel about people that they say they're 70 years old and they feel they're not going to live a healthy life out here?
Well, it's funny you should mention it, Heath, because just this morning I was having breakfast here and three of the guys here were in the 60s, 68, 65 years old. And they're getting a bit of a pop belly, and you know, I try to encourage them to. In fact, one of them might have been encouraged just 2 weeks ago. Bought a push bike. He's been out every day, and I try to encourage people to keep fit because that's what life's all about. It's about keeping fit and keeping healthy. And I promise you, I never miss a morning. I'm out every single morning. I do 40 kilometers on the bike every morning. And I think people should do that. They should exercise more and eat healthier as well, which is very important.
I mean, there's definitely a good quality of life here, but there is one big thing that's a big issue, and that is
Drink.
health. What in drink? And drink.
No,
but,
drink,
but,
drink,
like,
drink
there's but the health service here though as well. There's not. You have to pay your way here if you need hospital treatment, and that's what puts a lot of people off as well because you do need it more when you get older.
Yeah, but you can get good insurance. I've got a good insurance policy, and they're not phenomenally expensive. Yeah, I mean, you can get a good policy here, and you can. Oh, the coffee's coming up. Look, we're lucky. Yeah, you can get good health insurance. That's not a problem. But more important than that is if you think about your own health, eat healthy, eat nice food. I have lots of health food tablets in the morning. I take. There's lots of things, vitamins you can take and so on. Exercise, walking. I mean, from here to the shops is a nice little brisk walk in the morning. Get you going.
But realistically speaking, I mean, if you think you're going to come here and live like you did when you were 18, that's great when you're on holiday. Have 2 weeks here and have a blast down in Pattaya. But when you live here, you have to get out of holiday mode. You can take things slowly and you don't have to cram everything in. You can just take it slowly and relax a bit more.
A friend of mine, Dave, he's sitting over there. I'll introduce you to him in a minute. He's in his 60s. He's just retired. But he trains every day. He comes out with us every day, and I think that's an important factor here because you can quite easily get into that mood of going to the bars and get drinking like an idiot,
Yeah. I mean that does wear thin after a while, to be honest. But even if you're not cycling, every day, even some exercise,
walking,
swimming. I mean, it's quite, it's not even, you don't even feel like you're exercising. You feel like you're relaxing.
Well, a few people play tennis. A few people play cricket. There's a good cricket club just down the road. Tennis, cricket. A lot of them play. Some of them play badminton. Loads of people swim. There's a lot of people that go in. There's a walking club here as well. I do a lot of walking. But it is important. That side of it is very important when you live in a place because there are. Sorry, the car going. But there are so many, places where you can get led astray here with bars and drinking and so on. So you've got to be very careful.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the other thing as well. You see, people come here on holiday, and they think when they live here, it's going to be a non-stop holiday, and it isn't going to be a non-stop holiday. I mean, the only thing is also when you retire here, the good thing is, and one thing I've noticed, a lot of people don't really go anywhere else because what happens is you live here, and you never think, oh, where am I going to go this summer on holiday? Because you basically feel like Yeah, you do kind of feel like it's a holiday, don't you? It's a
Yeah.
completely different change of life. I've rambled on a bit there. I don't even know. I might even have to cut that bit
By the
out.
way, that was my wife that just went by in the car. So
Yeah.
I was waving to the missus. I got rid of her at last.
Okay. But also, medication is actually easy to get here as well.
Very easy to get medication. But again, you know, as you said earlier, if you go to the hospital or doctors, it's not, sometimes it can be quite expensive.
But you can go to a lot of times you go to the hospital, you pay a lot more for your medication there than you can
Yeah.
at the pharmacies.
Exactly.
Because there's a load of things you can buy here that you need on prescription in the UK. I don't know about the US. So if you're worried about, but I won't be able to get my meds that I need, you actually can get that here. And yeah.
And to see a doctor, by the way, in a local clinic, it's not expensive to see the doctor. It is expensive to get the medics.
Yeah.
But
So
let's drink our coffee.
I say, well, it was a question a lot of people asked me about. They feel that they're too old to restart out here in Thailand. But for me personally, I think I think it's a better quality of life than it is in the UK. But that doesn't apply to everybody. It might not suit everybody. Some people comment about they don't know if they can handle the heat all the time, because it is hot all the time, isn't it? And
all the year round.
yeah, so that's another thing.
It never gets colder than what it is now.
Yeah.
This is about as cold as it gets, I think.
I mean, this is January, and I think in the UK at the moment you've got snow. So,
You know, we don't experience anything like that at all here.
okay.
It gets very hot in the summer, a bit clammy, but that's only lasts a month or so. It's not too bad, but it's great if you're a golfer. Of course, if you're a golfer like me,
Some great golf courses here.
play every day.
Yeah.
You can't do that in England.
Yeah, and it's a lot cheaper than playing in England as well. So anyway, thanks, Brian. I'm going to have a chat with Dave, who's just sitting over there in a second. And yeah, well, thanks for doing this.
No, lovely. No, it's a pleasure.
All right.
I'll speak to David. He's a great guy.
All right, cheers. Okay, this is David, or is it Dave?
Dave.
Dave.
I've been called many things,
and
especially at View D. View D.
That's
not,
it.
Not View D.
That's what I say. I don't know why I keep getting pulled up on it. The UD. Dave, you're English, of course. Where about you from in
Brighton originally.
Brighton.
Brighton, yeah.
Brighton. And how long have you actually been here in Thailand?
Well, I've been in Thailand 7 years. I originally lived on Koh Samui. I've moved up here now. It is a lot more expensive on Koh Samui than it is to live here. Beautiful island, but it ran its course. When I was living there, I come up 2-3 times a year. That was my holiday, coming up, staying in View D. And you know, seeing Brian, we're old friends. So,
But can I ask how old you are?
I've just turned 66. I'm officially retired now. I'm an old age pensioner.
But really, 66 isn't actually considered that old in Thailand. Actually, I think
it's not.
In the UK, at 66, you're kind of yeah.
At the end of the day, you're as old as you are up here. When I first moved to Thailand, I already had my plan on what I was going to do, because as you mentioned before, it's easy to get into the habit of you just meet up dinner time, lunchtime, you're still there in the evening, and it does you no good at all. So my plan was, I love diving. I went and got my dive master, and I did a lot of diving down in Samui. But from that, I'm a judo guy like Brian. I joined a place where they did jiu-jitsu, closest thing, and I did that there for 5 years. So keeping yourself active, whichever way you want to do it. You know, as Brian said, there's fishing here, walking, tennis, badminton, there's everything here. And Brian is a really good motivator for everyone in UD. He gets people together, he organises things for them to keep them going so that they don't sort of get stale, if you like, stagnant. So, but it is a wonderful life, and I honestly think it's probably going to add 10 years onto my life having moved here, because it's so relaxing. The weather is just fantastic.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Dave. I appreciate it. It's good to get someone else's perspective on it as well. But I think for retiring, like I said earlier, it might not suit everybody, to be honest, but it suits me, and it suits you.
Having said that, I don't think I've met anyone, because I was coming here holidaying for 5 or 6 years before I moved here. But the first time I came here on holiday, I decided then I was sorting out my business and I was going to come and retire. And 6 years later, I was here.
No, but anyway, thanks, Dave. I appreciate it,
Okay,
and
yeah. Good to talk to
I
you,
appreciate it.
Heath.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Right, thanks a lot.
Cheers
Cheers.
then, bub. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much for watching. I hope that just gives you another person's perspective on living here in Thailand, and if you do choose to retire here in your later years. Thanks for watching wherever you are in the world. Have a great week or a great weekend, and I'll be back very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.